Welcome back to Mets Nets Jets D podcast coming to you April 1st. Uh Happy April Fool's Day. Like, this is crazy. All the stuff that's going on. We have to be positive, have something to talk about. And right now we have I want to talk about the signings of the New York Jets. We're getting closer and closer to the draft day, which is going to be April 23rd. So I just wanted to go over so far the moves that we made to set ourselves up for the draft coming up. I'm gonna do more videos on the Jets, obviously, because we have no other sports to talk about right now. But I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite teams, my football team, the New York Jets. Starting with one of the first, not one of the first, the latest that just recently happened. We're gonna go with Brashad Perriman right now at receiver. Since we lost Robbie Anderson to the Carolina Panthers for 20 million. Um, 2 years, 20 million. There's rumors of that he turned down 4 years, $40 million. We had a set price, pretty much. All right. Coming into this season, we're not trying to make headlines, overspending. Joe Douglas has a clear cut vision for this team, and everyone has a value. If you don't meet that value, then we'll find someone else. That's it's cut. It's point blank. Period. Because all our last and former GMs have clearly screwed it up for us, and we're still paying the price right now. Joe Douglas is in a situation where he's cleaning up McCagnon's messes and John Izik's messes. Like, this is, we have to take it slow and steady, and we're not gonna, we just spent $30 million on Tremaine Johnson. We're not making that big splash. We're making small conservative moves for the future. Okay, that's why you're gonna see a lot of 1 year deals. From Don't even know who that is. Don't even care. That's why you see a lot of 1 year deals with Joe Douglas so far. If you notice, all those 1 year deals are guys that McCagnon picked or McCagnon signings. Okay, so they have to prove it. So this one, Bashar Perriman, was like a 1 year, 8 million prove it deal. The perfect, not perfect, um, switch for Robbie Anderson, but this is all that was available. They're very, very similar in height and speed. Brashard Perriman is faster. He runs a 4.240. Robbie Anderson runs a 4.340. And Brashard Perriman is 6'2". He's a little bit shorter, but he's thick. He's a bigger wide receiver at 215 pounds. So definitely has the prospects of exceeding the value of this contract. He was a first round pick where Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent. So the pedigree is there in Brashard Perriman. He's finally getting an opportunity, and he showed himself at the end of last year again with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he got to take over when Mike Evans and Chris Godwin were injured. He took over in the last 5 games, had 500 yards and 5 TDs. Really outstanding. So hopefully he can build upon that. That's why we gave him this 1 year contract. It's more of a see what you can do. Hopefully that those last 5 games reciprocate over here to our situation where we're trying to build this offensive line. And that's where I'm going to get into the next signings. Uh, Joe Douglas, he is an offensive lineman. He's done great with the Philadelphia Eagles, picking some offensive linemen, especially Andre Dillard, who's going to be the next upcoming tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, he's the guru on the line. I trust him 100%. So whatever he does, I'm not going to question it. We have a scheme right now that we're going to do um, that requires a certain type of offensive lineman, more athletic, just different things that we look forward to. All right, Greg Van Roten, a veteran, played with the Carolina Panthers. We gave him a 3 year deal because this is one of Joe Douglas's guys. He's a New York guy from Long Island and very versatile. Greg Van Roten can play guard or center, just like our next pickup in Connor McGovern. He can play center and guard as well. He's more locked in at center, but we're gonna have a competition. That's why you see all these offensive lineman signings. Connor McGovern from Denver, he's pretty much locked in at center, I'm pretty sure. Greg Van Roten, the guard, he's going to be battling with Brian Winters and Alex Lewis. Okay, but I'm gonna get to those other two in a minute. McGovern's solid pick at center. He's top 12 center in the league right now. So this was one of the more solid, okay, cool. This is a more of a definite. Everything else, they're going to compete for it. But Connor McGovern is pretty much locked in at that center position. George Fant, everyone is so skeptical on him. Granted, I understand, but he is very versatile. And if you paid attention to the Seattle Seahawks at the end of the year, games against San Francisco, he was going mano a mano against Joey Bosa and handling his. That's what Joe Douglas noticed. The up in playing time, the competition he was going up against. He was facing elite defenses and elite pass rushers and holding his own. And his athleticism is the key to what we're going to be doing with these wide 9 splits in our offensive line. So versatile, quick feet. Those are huge for tackles. Okay, so we got George Fant, we have Connor McGovern, we have Greg Van Roten, and then Alex Lewis, who Joe Douglas is another Joe Douglas guy. We got him. We did a trade with the Baltimore Ravens, got him, and he was our only good lineman all last year. He earned this 3-year contract, $18.6 million deal. He proved it to us. To stand out in that bad of a line speaks a lot. So Alex Lewis, even though he got his money, he's still gonna be battling between him, Van Roten, and Brian Winters. They're gonna be fighting for these 2 guard spots. Okay. Brian Poole was a great re-signing. We really needed a slot corner, and we needed another number 1 corner, but that's coming up very soon. Brian Poole was our best corner and our decimated secondary besides our safeties. Our safeties are pretty much all pro elite. You already know Jamal Adams, and then Marcus May is just a fire safety as well. Bringing back Brian Poole, 1-year deal, $5 million, very cheap. So once this allows Joe Douglas in the regular season to just extend guys, because we got the money. So during the season, if they're continuing to play, you'll see probably midway in the season, he'll start extending guys that have proven themselves. Brian Poole is could be one of those candidates. And he definitely showed himself in Greg Williams' defense last year. But yet still, this is a Maccagnan pick or signing. So he needs to make sure. That's why you do these 1-year deals. You see where you can move forward, and if he's worth it, then you get him long term. Neville Hewitt, another dude we just picked up, linebacker. That's just bolster. Our linebackers are pretty solid. That's just to bolster that unit. Arthur Moulette was a decent cornerback. We brought him back. He played very good at the end of the season because we had holes everywhere. Him and Blesson Austin, who was a 6th-round pick, rookie. Those were the 2 bright points in our corners section right there. Arthur Moulette was a good signing. Josh Andrews from the Indianapolis Colts is another guard, but he's more of an experienced veteran. I don't expect him to start, but he's definitely if worst case scenario, he can step in 100%. But he's not going to be the one battling for these guard spots. We expect these 2 guard spots to be split between Winters, Van Roten, and Alex Lewis. Okay, and then this huge signing. The second the Colts cut Pierre Desir, we were on the phone within minutes. This dude, top corners in that 2018 season where the Colts came out of nowhere, had a great defense, and their elite linebacker, and Pierre Desir was a catalyst cornerback in that secondary. Had a ridiculous year, PFF grade over 70. And then he had a down year last year in 2018, but 2019 because of a hamstring injury. He came back. He wasn't fully healthy. The team wanted him to play through this injury. He did, and he never fully recovered. So right now, he needs to get 100% healthy, which he's going to be for this season. But the reason why you see a downturn in the numbers for Pierre Desir is because of his injury, and it makes sense. Hamstring, you can't. That's very important for a cornerback. So we're already remodeling the cornerback section. No more Tremaine Johnson. Darryl Roberts is gone. We have a revamp. We have Pierre Desir, Bless Austin, Arthur Millette, Brian Poole. I still want another cornerback definitely in the draft. We have plenty of picks to do so. And we have James Burgess, linebacker signing. Jordan Jenkins, did not expect for him to come back. I thought the Giants were in on him, but it was a great fact that he wanted to be a Jet. Came back for 1 year, $5 million. He did it was a surprise because he was one of our bright spots at the outside linebacker position. 8.5 sacks. Every year he just continues to go higher and higher in his sack total. So hopefully he can get to double digits this year, Jordan Jenkins. I really like that signing. David Fells, I do not really care about. That was nothing. I'm not even going to say his last name, but I'm going to try. Patrick Onwuasor was a linebacker, played with C.J. Mosley in the Baltimore Ravens system. It pretty much will probably see Avery Williamson be cut very, very soon. He's the definite cut because I thought Brian Winters would be a cut, but Joe Douglas recently came out and said that we want competition in that offensive line, which granted, great. But Avery Williamson, we don't need you. We paying you too much. We already have C.J. Mosley, and we can have someone that played with Mosley side by side and replace you easily. So I expect Avery Williamson to be cut. This was a good signing. It's a 1 year deal. It's just added insurance on our linebacker situation. And in total, because that's all our signings pretty much. In total, I think we did good with the situation that we had. I like the fact that we did not overspend on anyone. There's still guys out here available. Jadeveon Clowney, I do not want. I do want an edge rusher, so it's between Vinny Curry and Everson Griffin. Those are guys that can be big boost for this defense for sack totals especially. But we do have guys if we don't sign anyone or just find someone in the draft in probably the third or fourth round. I like Sam Uche from the Michigan Wolverines as an edge rusher as well that we can look for. But the total grade for our moves that we made so far in free agency, I'm going to give it a B because we did address what we needed, which was the offensive line, which was totally dismantled. It was horrible last year, 31st, 32nd in the league, and he attacked it with quantity over quality. But guys with potential. So as long as you're creating an environment of competition, the cream will rise to the top. So I'm really expecting a boost in our offense because we were the last ranked offense as well. If Sam Darnold has time to throw and to let routes progress, we were 7-9 and had the worst of everything on the offensive side. What do you expect when we actually have an offense that clicks? And then we still gonna get weapons in the draft. We have an opportunity to get Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb, or wait until the second round, or come up back in the end of the first round. So there's a lot of potential for this New York Jets season this year. I just wanted to go through some of the signings, and that there's hope because a lot of these Jets guys are just doom and gloom. Let's get Gase out of here, and that's not the truth, man. Like Adam Gates got dealt with a shit hand, and what do you expect to happen? And we still turned into a 7-9 season. So you guys just wait and see. And Joe Douglas has this under control as best as he can because he's cleaning up someone else's mess. So that's all I have for today. I'm definitely gonna come back with another video, probably on what I see us drafting in the draft coming up April 23rd. I'll probably have some other things as well, but for now, I just wanted to speak about the New York Jets signings of this offseason, and I'm happy. I'm happy. You address the situation, our need, and we're building toward the future. That's what Joe Douglas is playing. This is why teams like the Eagles or the Ravens are consistently good because they know how to manage money. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, Messness Jets D. Um, Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Messengers D as well. Shout out RunDFS.com. I know there's no sports right now, but still, go to that website, sign up, get into that Discord chat. We're still in there. All right. Thank you guys and peace out.